My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my review for the Belko Experiment. Now, with Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 coming out this weekend, and since I already reviewed Super and Slizzle, I also thought I'd review two recently produced James Gunn movies. So today I'm reviewing the Belko Experiment, tomorrow Brightburn, and then Sunday I'm doing James Gunn directed movies ranked. So it's a very James Gunn filled weekend, but let's get to it. So I saw this movie when it first came out and I hated it. I thought it was wasted potential. So I just rewatched it for the first time and it's actually much better than I gave it credit for. It's a great examination of human nature in situations where their lives might be at stake, and how all common sense, all sense of normalcy just goes out the window, and how you're trying so desperately hard to get out of this situation, and it's how far are you willing to go. It's kind of like The Mist without the monsters. So it's the best elements of The Mist. But yeah, there was another movie that came out in 2017 called Mayhem, which is much more action focused, and it's a very similar plot, but this movie is all about the psychological effects, and I think it does a great job of doing that. It's a very effective movie on that level, and I just love watching things escalate. There was a point when they're trying to figure out, well, whose life had more value? And you just think about, what would you do if somehow this happened? And you just feel the hopelessness and the stress and the anxiety. And yeah, I was just on the edge of my seat for so many moments. It's brutal when needed. And I just think you got yourself a good script. I would have maybe liked a bit more to the characters, especially the villain, because he's trying to go about it in the best possible way. Like, he's being an evil dickbag, but he's trying to approach it with some logic and some reason. Kind of like Thanos. Yes. How, I wish they gave him a bit more humanity. How they could maybe show that he feels like he was burdened with this choice, instead of just painting him to be a more cliche two-dimensional villain. Because I think there could have been a lot more to his character, and I do wish there was more to other characters as well. And my other big issue with this movie is the guns. I would have much preferred to see people killing each other and fighting with everyday office supplies. It's just something that could have allowed this movie to stand out more. I don't have any issues with the ending. I see everybody hates it. I don't think it's bad. It's not great, but it's fine enough. It's better than, let's say, Escape Room, which does something similar, but the cast also does a good job for the most part. I saw John Gillinger Jr. does a good job carrying this movie. You've got Adria Arjona, who plays his girlfriend, and she does a good job, and you do care for this couple, especially by the end. I thought Tony Goodwin was actually very good as the villain. You've got John C. McGinley, who does a great job of playing the creep in the office at the beginning, and how that personality escalates in this situation. James Orr is also good, and the rest of the cast actually does a fine job. Sean Gunn, Michael Rooker, there are some other names, but once again, I would have maybe liked a bit more focus on the characters and maybe flesh them out a bit farther. But for what this movie is, as an examination of human nature, I thought it was really effective and fascinating and really well written. It's just the situation that arises in this movie is explored in many different ways, and if you want a great psychological thriller, this is the movie to watch. It's not an action movie, it's not a horror, it's a psychological thriller. Know what you're gonna get from it, and I think you'll be happy. So I'll give the Belko Experiment a 7 out of 10. Okay, have you seen the Belko Experiment? What did you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for some more videos soon. And Gavin, out.